This is a very, very useful thing to know. It is how to make a static grid and a scrolling grid. Create a canvas. This will not work on an empty game object, and it can only work within a canvas UI space. So onto the canvas, I'm going to create a panel. I'm going to remove the image. I'm going to add the grid layout. All three of these are very useful depending on what you're going for. This one is my favorite. Anything you add to this with the grid layout script attached will get added to the grid automatically, be it text, images, well, whatever you add. It has to be on the UI layer though. So UI image, this is larger than it appears, as you can see, which needs scaling. And now whenever you duplicate this, also anything attached to it, say if you have an image inside of an image, if you're using this say for an inventory, whenever you duplicate this, it will be exactly the same as you left it. So you can change the image to say like an inventory slot, and that would work very, very well. What I personally do is I drag this into the prefabs folder and then use scripts that attach them to the panel. So whenever they duplicate, this gets added. Sometimes it works for scores or players joined. Formatting. Go back to the panel, and under the grid layout group, you can change the spacing. And you can set it to how many rows that you want. Under constraint, you can go to like fixed column count, and this will put it into 2 columns. I want these in, I want this up. These are the cell sizes. I don't like to adjust it from here, I like to do the images directly. In fixed row. That's well and good. Now I'm going to show you something a little bit cooler. Go to Canvas, go to UI. We want a scroll view. And with scroll view, do not use scale because scale is just ugly. It changes the size of everything. You want to use the width and the height. I want a long, narrow one. And to the scroll view, we have a viewport and content. Content is the one that you want to add your layout group to. In this case, I want the vertical layout group. And I'm going to create an image. And then the image, I'm going to scale up. And then I'm going to take the height down a bit. And I want to duplicate this. And under content, I want to improve the spacing. Press play. This already has a mask, so these won't go outside of it. This is really cool. I like the way this moves, and I like the elasticness to it, but that's not really a decent scroll bar now, is it? So, under the scroll view, you have a number of different options you can use. You don't have to have it elastic, you can have it unrestricted. And I want to go in a particular direction. I don't want to go horizontal all over the place. I just want to go up and down, so let's try this. Ta-da! Obviously it needs a couple adjustments and it could stand for a little bit of improvement here and there, but that should get you started in the right direction.